today's vocabulary. Number 1, bank on something, which is to depend on something, like you're going to gamble or bet that something will pull through or come through for you. A lot of times people say, especially with sports, they're saying, oh, I'm banking on my team to win, or I'm banking on this team to win. So that's saying like, I'm expecting or depending on that. Okay. Number 2, nostalgia. It's the feeling of like happiness and maybe like kind of missing something from your past, right? So everybody likes to watch the TV show Reply 1988. That gives a lot of nostalgic feeling, right? Number 3, rejuvenate. To rejuvenate is to feel like refreshed or brand new again. So people go to the spa to rejuvenate. That's always like how people are. You always hear like spa or like makeup or like lotion advertised as rejuvenating. Number 4, reboot. Reboot is something that when you just take something that existed before, it could be like a TV show or a movie or a book or something, media related, and just completely start over with it. So the Star Trek movies that came out about maybe 5 years ago, the new Star Trek movies that came out is a reboot of the original series from the 1960s. Number 5, double down is to strengthen or to reinforce something to be stronger. A lot of times people will say this for re-strategizing, to come up with a better strategy. So if you're talking about maybe trying to get better results at work, you're trying to double down on your market, meaning you're trying to re-strategize and work harder at it. Or if you're talking about sports, especially with sports that's involved with like a lot of strategy and planning, American football especially, maybe in the middle of the season they decide to double down and try to re-strategize their plays or even reposition their players.
But why is it double down?
Double down.
Yeah, not something like.
The only thing that comes to mind when I think of the word double down is I think of like I guess kind of like when you are if you're standing up and maybe you're not as stable as if you are on the ground with your hands and feet on the ground. So that's the only thing that comes up to my mind. And the reason why I think of that is because I think of like American football. But I'm not sure what the expression comes from, but it makes me think of like to kind of just when you get all four, your hands and feet on the ground, then you double down, you're stronger, or you're more stable, right? So
But when I searched this expression on
Mhm.
website,
mhm.
all of the meaning they gave me was related to risky situation.
Casino.
Oh yeah, like gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another expression too. Not the same.
Oh, not the same?
Double down when I guess I should research that, because when you double down when you're gambling, I think it's like when you bet more.
Yeah. So you should not double down for your investment in this situation. The market is really
Right.
bad,
Okay.
something like
Yeah.
that.
That's a different way to say the same phrase. So yeah, you can say it that way for when you're talking about gambling. But if you're talking about trying to reinforce or re-strengthen yourself, you can also say it like to double down on something. So wow, that was a very good question. Number 6, all the rage. Anything that's like a fad that's currently in fashion. So what's all the rage nowadays? I don't know, I'm too old. Justin Bieber? I don't know what's all the rage anymore. So I'm going to stop with that one. Number 7, spin-off. So any kind of TV show, movie, book, comic, play, music that is associated with a original, like with some original content. Maybe it shares the same universe, same world, similar storyline, similar characters, and then making something new with it. So a spin-off can be like, actually, the Reply series, you could say that the 1988 is a spin-off because it's in the same title. So it should supposedly be in the same universe. Even though it goes backwards and it's not completely related, but you can say it's a spin-off series. There's a lot of TV shows and movies that have spin-offs. Trying to think. Do you guys know
Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah,
Sure.
it was really old one, but Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, that one would
there is
probably be a reboot
Reboot.
or revival.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not exactly a spin-off. A spin-off would be like, there was a TV show in the 70s or 80s called Mork and Mindy. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that was the spin-off. The first TV show was Happy Days. That had an alien character come in, played by Robin Williams, and it was like his first major TV role. And they liked that character so much they made a spin-off TV series about him called Mork and Mindy. And he was like a crazy alien with a roommate. And so that was a spin-off series.
Then what about Minions series?
That's a spin-off.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
here it says a product, then it can be sold.
Yeah, it's not just a product. I mean, why does it say a product? I mean, I guess if you make the TV series a product, but yeah, I mean, there's
There's another meaning of spin-off.
which one?
Unexpected but useful result of an activity that is designed to produce something else.
I think that's pretty much the same. So, like, what happens is, like, with that Mork and Mindy series that I was talking about with Robin Williams, his character was so popular in his first role from the other TV show that they were like, oh wow, I'm surprised everybody loved this so much, let's make a spin-off TV series. And that's how it became a spin-off. So usually the response to maybe one specific thing in that movie or TV show was so popular that they created another TV show just for that character or just for that world.
배트맨 and 슈퍼맨은 배트맨?
You could. Oh, that's really hard to say. I could debate about this all day. Almost, because you have Superman, and then in response to all the Marvel movies, they decided to make Superman 2 instead of it being just Superman. They decided to make it with Superman and
How
Batman.
about Deadpool?
Deadpool?
He's from X-Men.
Yeah, Deadpool's a spin-off of
Yeah.
X-Men. Yeah. Ooh, good one. Yeah. Okay, and that's our vocabulary.